Hello everybody out there on YouTube. In this episode of Behind the Characters, we're going to be talking about Axel / Lee, the flurry of dancing flames. Let's go.
This time we'll have to join forces.
Alright, so if you didn't already know, Axel is number 8 in Organization 13. This means this is the number in which he entered. You know, he entered behind many other characters. And when we're talking about entering, you know, Organization 13, we got to talk about Lee. So Lee was his original being. That, you know, before he became a nobody, his name was Lee. You know, and we saw him talking to Ventus, and he was great friends with Issa, who is Sayax, before his quote-unquote death in Birth by Sleep. Now, from what we know, him and Issa basically had some kind of mission, and they went into the castle in Radiant Garden, and basically they never came back. Basically just poof, Famush died, and we can only assume that Brig was there to, you know, basically be like, hey, hold up, you know, I gotta kill you guys before anything else. So he winds up killing them, and, well, what we can assume is killing them, and this leads to, you know, the formation of Lee's nobody, Axel, which is the character we're talking about mainly in this video. Now, first off, let's talk about Lee's relationship with Ventus, because this kind of signifies a later relationship with Roxas that Axel has. Even though they didn't have a deep relationship in Birth by Sleep, it's still like Lee and Ventus they kind of act like rivals, but you know, Lee is kind of wiser than Ventus, and you know, he gives him some pointers, so you know, that kind of signifies the relationship that Axel has with Roxas. Alright, so in Lee / Axel's design, Axel has, you know, long red flowing hair with a widow's peak. On top of that, he has these markings under his eyes, and he has emerald green eyes. But as Lee, he has blue eyes, and he has shorter red hair with a more prominent widow's. Now, this could likely be due to the transformation into a nobody that, you know, he does not retain the said features. You know, once he goes back, even as an adult, he gets back the blue eyes, and the markings disappear. But Lee does have the markings in official artwork for the games. Alright, now when we're talking about Axel, we do have to bring up a lot, because he is a really deep character. To be honest, he has some of the most character development across the entire Kingdom Hearts franchise. He's one of the deepest characters. So first off, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which is his first appearance. In Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, he actually acts as this kind of, he's a force to be reckoned with, because throughout the entire game, he's doing what he wants. Let's begin with Marluxia's coup. In Marluxia's coup, he's trying to, you know, take some of the organization members and basically kill off everybody else. And Axel just basically said, yeah, I can do this for you. And in turn, you know, he slowly gains Marluxia's trust until Marluxia and Larxene are left. Once those two are left, Axel has to prove that he's basically committed to this, and he does the most savage thing on the planet in the entire series. And also, by the way, he's also, I think, the first to curse, because he says in the Game Boy version of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory, you know, it's time to bring hell or something like that. But you know, let's continue with this. He is, like I said, he's a savage. But he basically kills Vexen without any kind of notice. Now, let me show you the scene real quick. You'll see how savage he is.
Even at the mercy of your memory.
None of that matters. Just put Riku back.
Just put him back? The Riku you speak of has but one fate: to sink into the darkness. And you will share that fate, Sora. If you continue to seek the girl Naminé, the shackles will tighten. You'll lose your heart and end up becoming Marluxia's pawn.
Marluxia? What does Naminé have to do with... Ugh. Axel!
Yo, Sora! Did I catch you at a bad time?
Axel, why?
I came to stop you from talking too much. By eliminating your existence.
No! Don't do it!
We are just nobodies who have no one to be, yet we still are. But now you can be nothing instead of just being a nobody. You're off the hook.
No! Please don't! I don't want to...
Goodbye.
you people?
Don't know. I wonder about that myself.
Did you see that, my boys? Homeboy was like, goodbye. Like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. But on the real though, he eventually winds up earning the complete trust of Marluxia and Larxene. And after this, you know, he's just like, you know, screw you guys. I'm just gonna make Riku Replica and Sora basically fight each other, get stronger. I'm gonna manipulate Riku Replica and tell him, hey, you know that guy right there? He's kind of manipulating you. Just kind of go ahead and kill him already, you know? And that winds up happening. They wind up fighting, and this becomes the big thing about Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory with Axel is he wasn't really working with Marluxia, he was working with Saïx. Saïx asked them basically, hey, you know, keep an eye on Marluxia. I already know he's gonna have a coup. You know, let's have a little coup of our own. You know, basically kill the rest of them over there, and I will basically help you, you know, overthrow the organization, my old friend, because they were best friends before, you know, they became nobodies. And Axel's just like, you know what? I like that. I like that. Let's overthrow the organization. But while Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories is happening, some other things are happening in the game called 358 over 2 days. 358 over 2 days, he meets Roxas. You know, Roxas is Sora's nobody, and you know, he acts as a tutor to Roxas at first, and eventually they just wind up becoming close friends. You know, he teaches Roxas, you know, about friendship, etc., etc., and then Xion comes along, and you know, she kind of takes away Roxas's attention because Axel leaves for a minute, and then as they become closer, Axel comes back and he's like, who is this? He's like, oh, Xion, dude, you know, you should be friends with her. And you know, Axel's just like, yeah, I'll be friends with her. You know, let me go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt, and kind of acts as, you know, a big brother figure to both of them, and teaches them about friendships, you know, kind of the way of life, how things are. And you know, I love Axel for this. You know, even though the man is a savage, he has a heart, which I do not have. But on the real though, he teaches them, and you know, he becomes attached to Roxas, and eventually Roxas winds up defeating Xion, and this kind of depresses Axel that, you know, he has to go through this. But you know, let's skip over this and let's show you how even deeper of a connection to Roxas he has. In Kingdom Hearts 2, he was assigned by the organization to, basically, I need you to bring in Roxas, not Roxas, but Sora. And you know, Axel saw this as the perfect opportunity to take back Roxas, because at the end of 358 over 2 days, as we know, he was basically returned to Sora, so Naminé could put him inside of Sora for the rest of whatever, you know, blah 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 blah. But you know, Axel basically tries to, you know, pull Sora in, even though he has this connection with Sora. He can't actually kill him or do anything to him. He can't really harm him. He just teases him and does etc. And he's like, it feels so familiar talking to you, because he is Roxas, Sora is Roxas, and Roxas is Sora. So throughout the entire game, he winds up trying to make Sora become a Heartless so he can get Roxas back. But near the end of the game, in betwixt and between, he realizes, hey, I can't really do this, and he becomes the bigger man, and it's like, hey, Sora, go save the day. I'm gonna help you save the day by basically killing my soul. And he sacrifices himself for that. That was originally supposed to be him being gone forever, but the Kingdom Hearts team loved him so much, fans loved him so much, they were like, hey, let's bring him back. And in Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, he returns as Lee. You know, he's no longer a nobody. He has his heart. Everybody in the organization who basically died has their heart back, and he's missing the markings under his eyes, like I said before, and his eyes have changed back to their original color. But one thing he does is he becomes a Keyblade wielder within a short time. He's, you know, let's say like in about a day in the hyperbolic time chamber, in their version of the hyperbolic time chamber, it's about, like I say a week. And then Yen said it's like, all right, you know, you have to go through years and years of training, and Lee is just like, you know what, hold up, let me try something. And then boom, oh look, I got a Keyblade. Lee is really energetic, and you know, I love him. Just for a little fun fact before we end out this video, Lee's original catchphrase slash Axel's original catchphrase was not got it memorized. It was committed to memory in the GBA version of Chain of Memories. That was just a little fun fact there, guys. But don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Tell me if you want more. Tell me down below in the comment section who you would like to see next. I'm going to try to be doing Aqua next. So this is me, your man Shadsick. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace. Kiss, kiss.